Rangoli, also known as Kolam in some region of India, is a mesmerizing art form that beautifully blends tradition with creativity. Typically created on the ground, this intricate designs involves arranging of colorful powders or flower petals into patterns that beautifies the home and the public spaces. As a child, watching these vibrant patterns emerge from simple lines and shapes have sparked a sense of wonder and inspiration, fueling my own artistic journey. Now I'm excited to show you how to bring these designs into life in terracotta jewelry. To start with, choose a design that resonates with you, whether it's a simple geometric pattern or more complex, intricate design. The key is to translate that beauty into the clay. So let's get into the video. As you can see, I've already made a slab of clay and cut few blocks of square shape. Now I'm making the side components. So just adding a border using fettling knife and attaching the stick beads. I've added one string of wire so that later it can be attached to the main pendant. I'm repeating the same for the studs but making sure the beads is in all the sides. So I want the main pendant to be in a rectangular shape, so I cut the clay slab into square and then cutting rectangle from them. The whole point is to make sure that the star of the show is the rangoli design, so I don't want to distract it with any other like intricate details. So I'm mostly going to keep this pendant simple and will add the design of rangoli or kolam only during the painting phase. So now we have added a simple detail to the main pendant and it's time to add the side components. Both the part of the clay is kind of wet, so you should be really careful when you're handling the wet clay. So once this is done, we are adding the pin, so later in assembling it will be helpful. This clay will be kept to dry for few days and then it will be fired. So once it is fired, this is how it looks. We'll start with painting. I want a pitch black color, so I'm giving a diluted coat of black as a base color, and later we will be using few other colors to paint it. So usually if you have seen, the kolam will have only two major colors. Predominantly it will be white powder and then they will have a kind of like reddish brown color powder. These two powders would be mostly used in traditional kolam or rangoli form, so I'm just trying to stick to that and not deviate much. Painting takes a lot of time. It is an easy process but it consumes a lot of time, so I've speeded the video to almost 4 to 5x, so you will not be bored, but at the same time you will get to see the whole process. So since we are drawing, we'll be using white paint. I'm using a graphite pencil and sketching out the column, and then after once this is done, we'll be painting it with the actual paint. So by doing this, we can make sure that our painting doesn't need much rework. As you can see, my column is not so perfect, but yeah, I did it. I'm using a sharp toothpick to keep these dots in between. With brush, I know I would kind of spoil it, so I use this sharp toothpick to keep the dots. And ta-da, we have our pendant and earring ready. Once this is dried, we will assemble it, and this will be a final product. Don't forget to share your Kolam inspired jewelry with us. We'd love to see your work.